Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sept of the Red Branch as we travel all the way off camera, away from Maeve and the other people, way out to the New York State. It is nighttime. Uh, it's an eerie silence after the events that went on in the previous scene related to this. You can still hear the shouting, the occasional gunfire in the distance. The smoking ruin that you saw that was the settlement has long since been a distant little ember glow now at this point. Night is, it's still probably about 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning by this point now. The sunshine is eventually going to arrive, but it's kind of a weary stumble because I imagine nobody's slowing down until there's what you perceive to be safety. Even then, the kind of rapid pace that you're all kind of running at, it kind of, in that state of mind, you're just focused on one thing and one thing only, which is your body's adrenaline just tanking ahead. Till eventually you come by, much like the picture on my right hand side, it's like an old river. There's a little small wooden bridge there. It's kind of at that point that the kinfolk, Emma, she kind of just stumbles down onto her knees because while you and Abigail and even Klaus, who's more experienced, can run for an extended amount of time, a poor girl just finally her legs just give out. And I think, as you kind of look around, kind of heaving, letting out those ragged breaths because you've been sprinting for, you don't even know how long at this point, just running at full speed. Abigail's like, all right, and kind of immediately stumbling over and kneeling down, opening up her bag and taking the flashlight out and just shining it down on Emma's leg. Just quickly kind of trying to assess the surroundings. Klaus, meanwhile, is leaned up against the post as the sound of rushing water just seems to have this nice little trickle, kind of sucking in those breaths like, oh. So what is Sean doing?
Sean's gonna get a look at their immediate surroundings and try to assess what they've got going on around them.
So, from what you can tell, it's pretty much like this. In the distance further on the crossing point, the picture on my left is kind of what you see, really. It's just kind of the dark ambience of the wood. There's bits of like early morning mist starting to drop. But it's kind of, this is what you're looking at. You kind of have no real bearing of where you are at the minute because you're kind of in the thick of it. But judging by the little wooden bridge that you seem to be on, and I emphasize it, a bridge is an exaggerated term. It's more or less. You reckon you could be coming to a near road because usually these little wood places have them, or you could be further deep in the woods. It's hard to tell, particularly at this time of night.
All right. At which point, Sean will amble over to get a look at what's going on with Emma's leg.
Yeah, when you kind of bundle your way over, it's kind of just that slow kind of do. Kind of taking a couple of ginger steps in your feet as well because, it's, running in boots is always fucking awkward. So, Emma looks up. She's kind of, her face is wincing. As you know, Abigail's got her boot off and is just, quickly undoing the sock, and the light shines on it. And yeah, that's the cut in her leg. It's not like a deep cut. It's just enough. It's got right at the top part of the heel bone, just above that nice little scrape. But you can see the foot is like red raw as well, like from where she's running, and the blood is kind of just leaking down, like trickling. It's a significant cut enough that it's not life threatening. It's just that, do you know what I mean?
All right. The good news is you're not going to need stitches.
Yeah, but going on. No, I reckon no.
We'll just make sure to keep it covered, keep an eye on it.
It's going to be a bitch to walk on.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can get something. And he'll start to look for like a branch or a stick, something like big and sturdy enough, maybe from deadfall, but probably not.
Just
That
give me a quick like wit survival.
yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, and I'm already in the correct roller. 3.
Yeah, you get the right kind of like you get the right type of wood you're looking for in the dark. You manage to just find the exact type of it's like the exact width and all that will match up to Abigail's foot as well. So it's not going to be like completely cramping her if you're using it to splint and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the basic idea. You're not gonna like find a walking stick from what Sean's picking around in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This should help at least if I break it up right.
Yeah, Abigail nods. Reaches in her bag and takes out like the roll of like the little basic bandage. She kind of just does a neat little like roll around it and just pads it down, and then with your help, essentially, the both of you can kind of splint the bandage around the stick and just kind of settle it.
Yeah, he'll even secure the free end with that fucking duct tape he's had since the start of this.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in handy, like the worry about the bandage, particularly if you're moving, will be a lot of friction, so it might come loose. So adding a little bit of more sturdiness to it, it's not a bad thing. So the duct tape does actually come in handy.
Hooray.
But Abigail then eases up. And, she reaches into the bag and hands Emma like a little small plastic bottles of water just for her to gulp. You know what I mean? And then we'll kind of glance around, kind of rolling our shoulders a bit, kind of taking a good like couple of breaths in. Because all right, any idea where we are?
Bridge tells me this is some sort of trail. Hasn't been maintained in a while, so it's not a popular one.
Oh, that's good at least. Small mercies.
Yeah, not big enough to drive a car on, but if we get near a road, we'll have to get worried about the fucking wild bunch coming around again.
Yeah, we should avoid the road as much as possible, so we're gonna have to try and at least get ahead. So better to go by the road, see what signs are pointing at, and then follow that direction to the woodland.
Yeah, they're going to be mopping up stragglers all night, but I don't think we're high on the priorities list.
For now, no. But eventually they're going to get word that we're not among the dead bodies, so, we want to put as much distance between us and them before that happens.
Agreed.
All right, you take anything? She kind of like gives you a glance up and down with the flashlight.
I managed to grab my pack on the way out. That's about it.
All right, cool. You get winged?
A little bit.
Nods. I take it's nothing serious.
Nah, it's already stitched up. It just fucked up my clothes.
All right. She kind of just does a stretch. You can see she probably you can see where the bullet hole went into the top part of her shoulder. It's done the same as yours. It's just kind of just knitted itself, And she goes, and you see Klaus just ease up, as well, kind of stretching. Just, oh, God. All right. I reckon we figure out where the road is, get our marker on the map, and find somewhere to sleep. Or at least put some distance by find somewhere to sleep, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, I don't want to go near burnouts right now. Those things are starting to flock to them.
Just gives a nod. All right. Let's just take it nice and slow. Klaus, you help her up, and Sean and I'll take point. He just gives a nod, like, yeah. Just eases her up slowly, like, come on, Emma. Just lets her lean on him, and does this kind of slow, like, easygoing walk. She kind of, you can see she gingerly kind of, like, makes the noise, because putting weight on it's a bit sore. There's a bit of swelling, but it's nothing she won't be able to get over. It's just, that initial 3-4 hours are going to be fucking rough.
Well, yeah, I mean, normally in a situation like this, you'd have to, like, rest it, and that's not an option right now.
Right now it's not an option, so... Abigail kind of plows forward, with probably you beside her. She'll kind of glance around. That was pretty fucking hairy.
only been in a situation like that once.
Yeah, those raids are something fierce.
Yeah.
That Jeep is going to be a problem if it's going to track us down.
Oh. I know for a fact they got a pretty good look at me. Don't know so much about Klaus.
I couldn't even tell, to be honest, in that moment.
I mean, fucker looked me in the face when he fucking hit me about twice.
Just gives it an nod. Yeah, there was a lot of them, too, and that's a whole pack.
You ever seen what they did to the gate before?
I heard they can fuck with metal or some shit like that. She kind of steps over one of the logs.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bone knives are tricky. That's why we got to avoid as much city landscape as much as possible. They can use all sorts to find us in there. That's why we got to stick to places like this. She kind of gestures around as she's walking along.
I'd like to think we'd be able to hear them coming.
Eventually. My guess is they'll use the roads. Tracking us in here is going to be difficult enough as is. Particularly with, you may be able to smell the pure breed on the wind, but we have ways to cover that.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem for those two.
You got ways to cover it. Kind of just cracks her neck. Smear enough, spray enough, do enough things, create enough pheromone. All you'll be attracting is a wild animal, but at least it'll pass for something briefly, if we need to.
If we need to.
But I'd avoid any sort of town or anything like that, unless we absolutely need it.
Only proper town along the original route was if we were going to bring ourselves to trust a bunch of people we never met, and I'm not too keen on that.
We'll see what we get when we're up in Albany. I'd done some dealings with a Shadow Lord near there, and he might have affiliation with that, so I'll see if he's around that area and put a feeler out. If I get nothing back, then we'll do the other way. If I get something and I don't like the look of it, we'll move on and do the other way. We'll see what we're working with, but we won't make a decision until we get closer to the time. Otherwise, we don't know what's ahead. We don't know how far their fucking reach is either. She kind of is just tracking along, gun over her shoulder.
If that was any indication, those fuckers are going scorched earth.
Yeah, I'd heard they've been doing that. Anyone that doesn't immediately side with the rebels, they kill the guru, capture the kinfolk, ransom off the kinfolk, or they, that type of shit. Real dirty work.
I don't think they're going to find Sentinel to be an easy take.
Nah, they ain't gonna do it, the Sentinel. Glance over her shoulder. No way.
Wendigo would take turns playing soccer with their fucking heads.
No, that's not what they're doing, you see. Sentinel is affiliating people, but they're all, I imagine, if my dad was correct, Wendigo would be making deals with them on the sly. Some folk don't even read Sentinel. We've been hearing.
Fucking pricks.
I mean, why would you put faith in the people that have been trying to kill us for a long ass time?
I'm an optimist, I guess.
I mean, I am too, but she gives a smirk over. I suppose it's the Fenrir. I mean, everybody's out to kill you in one way or another.
Yeah.
If we loop around that country we're thinking of, it's a lot of open fields, so I'm gonna have to take that slow and careful. If they catch us in an open field, we're fucked.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of fighting them in the open.
Nah. Way we're gonna beat them is using the trees. Take the main thing away from them, what they have, which is gestures with the fucking hand gesture. That big fucking thing.
Yeah. Of course, they're all armed to the fucking teeth.
Oh, I bet. I imagine they picked it off the dead bodies.
Probably, depending on how much our side brought to things.
What I heard was the Gleaming Eye came ready for warfare. So I imagine they picked the corpses clean, took what they needed to do, and put it to good use. Bone knives are always resourceful at that.
Heard a lot of weird rumors about Ash.
Yeah, I've seen some of the crazy shit that they can do with a weapon.
Nah, I mean, like, I've only heard of maybe one thing that goes into Ash when it dies. Fuck their interest in this.
Who knows? They're only stories anyway. I wasn't there for it, so I only hear the tales and I only hear the shit.
Yeah, true. Hopefully those fucking Fomori ain't ranging any further up north.
Oh, they'll be around. We'll have to keep an eye on that. A lot of activity in them.
Ugh.
So, Sean, give me perception survival. I'm going to put this at difficulty 7 because you know what you're looking for. So your flaw only fucks you so much. Nice.
1.
So it's kind of, again, it's probably the lighting that kind of fucks you. Again, with one eye, it's kind of like you're like, ooh. Just like, ooh. And then you kind of see the little road path. Kind of see one of the signs. Like through the flicker, you kind of see like one of the road signs. It's about 40 meters to your left.
Yeah, got something.
There she, looks over.
Looks like some kind of sign off to my left.
Well, that's progress. She glanced back and just hold up her fist at Klaus, and he nods and kind of just crouches down with Emma. She kind of, Abigail kind of gestures her like, well, come on, let's see.
Yeah. And he'll approach.
It's kind of like a slow pad. And what you'll see is New York, this many, you know what I mean? This many meters, it's like one of the big signs.
Okay.
It has where are we now? Let's get the map up. Newburgh and Kingston, this many meters. So like it's kind of a straight shot out from where the New York area is. And then Albany, this many miles.
Oh, fuck me, we're on a highway.
Yeah, it looks like the number 87.
Huh.
Gia, takes out the mirror, kind of does like you can see her just hold it out. She'll even hand it out to you and like you check your side.
Yeah, appreciate it. I imagine we're crossing over.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, the Umbra is a bit more activity. It's got loads of like little, various little spirits going about their day. Some are waking up, some are now going into the kind of sleep stage. There's some mist spirits as well, like fog and all that kind of just permeating around the area. It's a nice quiet ambience, really, if anything. So give me a perception primal urge.
All right. Depends on the difficulty, really.
No, that's 2. So you're looking around, and it's not that you see anything, but you just get the sense that something's watching. Kind of squint your eyes and narrow it down, and about 50 meters back. You see this little rat kind of stick its head out of the bushes.
We're being tracked.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a rat. I don't think it understands something's up yet.
Oh, fuck it. She's like, boom! You know what I mean? We gotta move.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and she, you can cross back over. And I imagine you both kind of are jogging up to the kinfolk quite readily, you know.
Yeah, things are back at a faster pace now.
You know what, Abigail will quickly pull out the map. All right, we're going to head up this way. Head through the woods that way. We're going to have to take the long route away from the highway because they're going to come up that way. We're going to have to loop.
Yeah, they're probably moving now.
Yeah, we'll loop around past 87 and do a big long haul. If we head the other way, we'll run into a lot of cities, so we got to head out.
All right.
So give me a stamina athletics. Actually, no, stamina survival. Stamina survival. I feel this is appropriate.
Okay.
Because you're not sprinting yet. You're jogging over time. So stamina survival. Do not forget, Glorious Boar is with you the entire time.
Oh, I never forget Boar, especially in these, my greatest trials.
No.
Okay.
Wow. Yo, Sean.
All right.
Wow.
Truckosaurus.
fucking nothing, man. Hiking up these hills is. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, he's lived in a place that seems to be comprised of nothing but sudden inclines and declines.
Yeah, exactly. It gets to the point where, to be honest, with that sort of role, you could easily fucking pick up Emma over your shoulder, like as literally a fucking carrier packet and just carry her the entire way.
He doesn't mind.
Phew, fuck, that was a good roll. But it is a long ass haul, though. Like you end up in much like this is kind of the hills you're jogging up on. You know what I mean?
Oh Jesus. Okay, yeah.
But for you, Sean, do you know what I mean? Just
Truckosaurus.
Yeah, it's just, working your legs. You're clearly at the lead at this point. Abigail's just behind you with Klaus, kind of keeping a good steady pace. Emma's on your shoulders because they eventually just transferred her onto your back because, Jesus Christ, man, you're like a fucking machine going up those hills.
Can't see shit, but strong like tractor.
It's kind of it's a decent pace, but in the distance, because you don't need perception in art to score, you can hear definitely trucks on the highway. It's that type of vibe. You can definitely hear the signs of morning traffic, but you also hear like snapping of trees, like birds kind of flying off in the distance, but you do hear a pow! And like the birds just fly. That's that classic, like the birds just fly off everywhere. It's about 100 meters east.
Yeah, he sees that. That could be them, or that could be just some hunter.
I really hope it's a hunter. And it just says wearily,
Oh, either way, we don't need them coming up on us. Let's keep going.
Yep. I'll shout if I see anything.
And he looks at her with his one good eye. Thank you. And it just keeps...
She gives a poor, like, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, wheezed. You know what I mean? No. So it's another, I'm going to say, with fucking 6 successes, you don't need to make another roll. You are up that hill. You're basically right at the point now in the picture where, let me just switch back over. You're right at these metal bits here. You could actually come out that little narrow pathway at the right and just end up out staring at all the like ring steel and shit.
Okay, this looks like... Oh, fuck me. This might be good.
Abigail's just kind of like, what's that?
Firewatch tower.
Oh, shit. You know what? Good work, Sean. Good work. Right. Slumps down a bit. Like, oh, Jesus.
I hate to stop, but there might be some good supplies up there. Park Service will just have to forgive me as he puts Emma down.
Yeah, Emma just kind of does the lean and leans against one of the steel things, looking around. We could, rest here for a bit.
Yeah, we could. All right, you guys rest up. I'm going to go see if somebody left us some goodies as he starts climbing.
Oh yeah, give me now a strength athletics, Sean.
Strength athletics to climb a ladder.
Big ass, it's a big ass ladder, and you've been jogging for a while. So give me that
Fair
fucking, give me that strength athletics. Because again, the ladder doesn't exactly look the most stable thing either. So, and you're a big motherfucker.
3.
Oh yeah, no, you can overcome the problems that rust often dictates for these things. You don't like break off apart of things or anything like that. You're up and moving. Let us roll. See if you can find any supplies.
Need something, Park Ranger. He's just muttering to himself.
You don't find anything super useful, but what you will find is a couple of shells of rifle ammo and binoculars.
Thank you, Park Ranger. And also, shame on you. These are good binoculars. As he puts them around his neck and like grabs the bolt, starts climbing back down.
Oh yeah, it's a good view as well. You know, looking around like, you can get a real good overview there. But you chomp back down, and Abigail is rationing out the water for Klaus and fucking Emma.
All right. Abigail, make him count. He hands over the 2 bullets.
Oh yeah, she loads them.
And these things probably were of limited use to me as he holds up the binoculars.
Emma can take them. I did photography and stuff like that, so I can mark all that.
Sweet. That was about it. Looks like this tower's been out of use for some time.
There's like a nod glancing around. By this point, it's about midday because you've been getting up these hills has been a fucking trial. We should stop here for about an hour, maybe 2. Let them eat and push on.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Emma looks relieved. Klaus just gives the nod and basically helps Abigail ration out like bread food between the 4 of you. You know, it's the basics. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Abigail will just kind of kind of rubbing at her face, like looking at the map, kind of looking down. We should do a patrol in a few minutes, but it's quiet here, isn't it?
Yeah, odds are that probably like funding cutbacks or something. Otherwise, we would have run into a park ranger by now.
Yeah.
They hire people to basically live up those towers and, well, watch for fire.
You know that from experience?
He kind of like has this somewhat embarrassed look on his face. We my school did like a field trip to a state park.
Oh.
They talked about stuff like that the whole time.
Good memory.
I liked field trips, and nobody was yelling at me if I nodded off.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's not exactly the best student, but it was interesting to me anyway.
Oh, well, I suppose that's the main thing. Could be a lot worse. Could have been that guy in class that was only interested in cars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all those guys who back where I was from, they were all interested in either turned into Deuce of Hazards or going on the football team.
Yeah, we didn't have a fucking football team. Sports got the axe. Art was next in line. Hooray, public schools.
Just gives a smirk. Well, at least you know a prep kid. She sticks her tongue over at Klaus, and he just gives like that frown, like, I wasn't a fucking prep. Do you know what I mean?
Kid, I would never fucking survive being a group. My only life experience had been prep. Of course, the whole problem was getting me to go to school to begin with.
I mean, I hear that.
I don't know, man.
I like school.
I'm glad you do. I probably should have liked school a little more, considering got in a lot of trouble when I wasn't in it. He like kind of lifts up his shirt. So I told the guy he owed me money. He did, by the way, and he rewarded me with this. The guru, and he drops his shirt.
Hmm.
He was a fucking dick.
I mean, most guru are.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. Before I got on the other side of things, is mostly trip to a park here or something like that. But I grew up in the city,
Oh, city boy.
born and raised. Me and all my brothers, and never a sister.
Nod.
I'm surprised my mom doesn't have more gray hair, raising 9 boys.
Kraus looks over. Sisters are not too bad.
I'm glad to hear it. And he kind of looks at Emma like,
Emma just eating slowly, just nodding, like, yes, I better not be. But it's kind of this like meek nod, like she's half in, half out of the conversation, really.
We don't have dense foliage like this in Ireland, though. I mean, there are places where it's like that, but not many. It's the fucking never-ending hills.
You should see Louisiana. Number of fucking swamp.
You know, we actually have a swamp back where I'm at.
Really?
Yeah, there's a whole pack of guys, and if you want to visit them, you're gonna have to go to the swamp.
Oh, swamp folk. All right. I can dig it.
Yeah, hunting with them is a fucking bitch. They get to basically walk on the water. The rest of us are hip deep.
Hey, I mean, that's the swamp folk for you. Bet they make wicked food, though. You're going to find all kinds of crazy shit out there.
Them or their mothers. There's basically like a brigade of Irish mothers, and they make food for everybody.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet deal. Lead
It
better.
is.
Oh,
Fucking
Huh.
awesome.
even Klaus is like, well, shit. I mean,
It's the best. Nothing against my mother, but it is genuinely the best food I've ever eaten.
that does sound like does sound like a good life.
It's nice. But the only downside is all the old places. Fucking. I guess back in the day, people were real keen on building castles and other such fortified locations, so that means that's where trouble will be.
Close enough. Must be interesting to see all that.
Yeah, would be if it weren't for the Red Stags leftovers.
Yeah, the Silver Fang kind of look a bit of confusion. Abigail definitely does.
So, back in the 90s, there was a pretty prominent Philodox, Set Beta, fell. Took a lot of people with him. Turned everything upside down.
Shit. Did you kill him?
Well, somebody sure did.
Oh, fucking. Well, at least I had a happy ending.
Yeah, from what I hear of the stories, it was several rounds of hammer-based justice.
As it fucking should be. Any fame rear up in where you boys are?
Oh, yeah. Now, Tony, you can correct me if I get this wrong, because Shaman knows. I think it's Sigurdsson's, right?
Sigurdsson's, yeah. It's just the Sigurdsson's up there.
Sigurdsson's.
Oh, shit. Really?
They heard this is where all the fun fighting was, and they just hopped right aboard.
Yeah, I know some Sigurdssons, man. They all about that shit.
I think they heard that they could sack a castle and just couldn't fucking resist.
I mean, I don't blame them. I'm pretty tempted now. My inner Viking is like, I wouldn't mind resacking Ireland all over again.
I mean, it'd be the first time in what, like 1,000 years?
Exactly. Get enough of you fuckers talking about how we kicked you out again. Might as well come back over and remind you that we came over first.
Oh. If Halfdan's anything to go by, I think they're more interested in the other part of Vikings being in Ireland.
Yeah, well, that's the Sigurdssons, though, man. They're all about procreate.
I feel like in the next 10 years, most of the kids are going to look like Halfdan. Nobody's going to say anything.
Your pack?
Nah, but he's a good friend.
No, all right. I mean, you grew up in Sentinel, so you must have some good relation with us Vikings.
Some, yeah.
No, all right.
Nah, I only, looking back on it, I really only had a chip on my shoulder about the Sorensons, but nobody fucking likes them anyway.
Oh, they only stay outside of Sentinel, really. They don't really fuck with anybody. Never saw much of them, so.
He shrugs.
Besides, if they had a fucking issue, they would have fucking challenged over it, so guess they didn't have a fucking problem.
Sven was a dick. Now we
Just gives a
match as
shrug.
he kind of like scratches around his eye patch.
If you really had an issue over some supposed slut, he would have come looking for you. Either that or he's a bitch.
He was a bitch.
No, it's accepting it. Like, all right.
No, it's good out there. I think my parents will like it. I think you two will like it too.
Klaus just nods kind of optimistically, like, hopefully.
Fiona's good people, and she's got a lot of friends. She'll take care of you.
It'd be good to see her again.
Saved my life more than once.
Just gives a nod.
So the point of ways back, I was facing down this guy. I don't even know if guys that go the other side have ranks or what, but he was old, experienced. I was in over my head. Pieces of me hanging out. I'm just trying to go before my blood runs out. He's got me. Fiona wasn't going to let it stand. She took two under the ribs. It was desperate. If she hadn't been there, I wouldn't be. Ain't never going to forget that.
Well, it's good to hear that my cousin is living up to their family name.
Don't tell her I told you this, but when it comes to like dueling with proper weapons, yeah, she could beat me any day of the week. I'm not even gonna lie about it.
That's a bit of a chuckle. I'll keep your secret.
It's appreciated. Us, Fiona, have our pride.
I'm seeing that. gives a bit of a small smile as he's packing up his things.
Me, however, I prefer hammer.
Hammer.
It's the one thing I found pretty much universally ignores armor.
No. You a lumberjack now? Because if you're going to break out in flannel, I'm going to be quite entertained.
Never tried to fell a tree with a hammer, but I could give it a shot one day.
Oh, well, if you do manage to do it, let me know. I'll call you the big lumberjack.
People like swords and stuff, and they're cool, but the only thing I've ever seen cave in plate mail is a proper warhammer.
The nod's like, all right, I'll believe you.
Just the excitement on Sean's face just talking about hammers.
We'll see what a rifle does.
Probably a fuck site more that is hard to get a hold of.
That's why you smuggle it in.
You know, I know a guy. You ever need a gun in Ireland? I know a guy.
All right. She eases up. Glancing at Emma, just with a concerned look as Emma's just slowly eating, just staring off. You can gesture, Sean. Come on. Let's go see if we can make sure that nothing else is kind of crept up on us.
Yeah.
There you walk along the iron rods and all that kind of tiptoeing. You glance over. I'm worried about her. Glancing back.
Worried about her leg or worried about her in general?
Her leg is fine. She'll be fine. It'll hurt like a bitch for a couple of hours, and maybe the next day it'll be stiff. I'm more worried about her mental state. Not the fact that they won't keep her moving. It's, you know what I'm saying.
It's probably the first time she ever saw something like that.
It is. You can tell.
You've been all over this country, as far as I can tell. Me, I've been through this fucking second rebellion. We've seen this shit before, she hasn't.
Yeah, we're a guru. We're supposed to.
Yeah, everybody says that. Everybody politely looks the other way when people wake up screaming. You know how it is.
Of course, it's part of the job.
She ain't like us.
Nope, she ain't never going to be unless she changes. Class has the advantage that he served in the Kinfolk army, so he volunteered for it. That's why he's probably a bit more respected among the guru in that way.
Real go-getter.
I mean, he's a silver fang, but you know what? It takes a lot of balls to volunteer for something like that as a kinfolk.
I agree. Is
So,
there any talk of their odds between them changing?
Class is definitely lined up for it. It's only a matter of time.
Oh. There's only so much we can do for try to stay between her and harm's way. Maybe
Oh.
at some point in this journey familiarize her without a fire gun.
No, that is the hope I have, but the reality of the matter is she's gonna need to learn how to kill.
Yeah.
But I know how that sells with you. I know how you Fiona get.
Well, I've seen what happens with the kinfolk who don't learn how to do that when push comes to shove. And I've seen what happens with the one who do. I don't exactly know what what your plans are to catalyze that situation, but it's going to have to be one or the other.
Well, my job is to keep her alive. And if she has to sacrifice a little bit of the humanity she has to do that, I'd rather her be alive.
I agree.
Well, good. It's always nice when people understand the reality of situations and these things.
People in their position, it was going to happen sooner or later. The two involved in everything.
Oh, I know. Oh, glance is over. You learn how to kill real quick when you're a kinfolk rolling with the guru.
Can't say I ever had the experience. I mean, when I was a guru, sure. But kinfolk, I didn't even know about any of this.
Oh, you one of them.
Yeah, I have a feeling my parents decided not to say things. I thought they'd be shocked at this, that, and the other thing, but turns out they were a lot more tuned in than I thought they were.
Some parents do that.
I don't blame them, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Some parents do that. Be thankful that they managed to give you some sort of semblance of stability. So, you know, at least you got thrown into combat at the right time, not when you weren't ready for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at least there's that.
All right, you take left, I'll take right. We got the mind link, so we should be fine. But if anything goes wrong, you don't have time to pulse a thought. Whistle, if you can.
I still got the teeth for it.
Oh, good. Glad to see Bean as Naroon hasn't knocked away all your senses apart from your eye. She's wandering into the bush.
Yeah, he just kind of like snorts at that and starts heading in his direction.
So give me a perception. You can choose between perception alertness or perception survival. They'll both be the same diff 8, but they will reveal different things.
I have more dots and alertness, so I feel that's what Sean would rely on in this situation.
All right.
Hey, too.
Nice. So alertness, you can definitely see there are signs. It's about we'll brighten up the image a bit here. So it's about that looks a bit like this. So as you're pacing along, you cut off in your direction, Abigail cuts off in hers. You kind of look around, squinting. Oh yeah, no, this place was definitely long abandoned, but the way it's rusted super quick. The vibe you get as well, particularly when you were noticing around, it doesn't look abandoned that long, maybe 3-4 years. But the way this has been rusted, it feels like it's been abandoned for 20.
That's interesting, especially getting a better look at it now. It looks like somebody was. I mean, it even looks like to the extent it's serving now, it's been maintained as like
exactly.
a fire break.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me, like from that picture. It looks like a fire break, just in case something happens, and so the whole forest doesn't catch fire immediately.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much. But what you do start to notice, Sean, there are definitely tracks. More not lupine. It's like they're humanoid, but one foot seems to be dragging along after the other.
I got signs of recent passage. It's not normal.
Yeah, me too.
Any of yours got a lame leg?
Yeah.
Same. Might be the same one.
No, this is a pack I found. A pack of them. But judging by the tracks, at least.
Rust here is too advanced.
What you mean?
This place has got like maybe 4 years past its service as a fire watch, but it's got decades of rust. Doesn't make sense.
Huh. That's strange.
Anomalies like this, in my experience, are the warning signs of a nest nearby.
Yeah. Keep pushing along and keep it quiet. If there is one, well, if we can take it out, but let's not attract any attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to get too drummed up and find our friends.
Exactly.
All right.
See that big iron bridge up at the top of the hill there?
Still standing tall. Yeah, I see it.
Push towards that. I think I see a break room.
All right, I'm on the move.
So, Sean, are you doing this stealthily, or are you just trying to just plow towards it?
She did say to keep it quiet. So
Right,
I will try to do this stealthily.
Yeah, give me that big stealth. Beautiful. So you kind of crouch down through the trees. You use the natural cover to your advantage. You point. You see what she's pointing out? It's a small sort of break room. You can see the steel at the top of the thing. It's probably where they connected to the whole bridge anyway, or maybe would have eventually built onto something. But yeah, you definitely see it. Doors closed. Doesn't look locked though, but you're not sure till you're gonna have to test it out essentially. But definitely the trees have grown over it. You can see like the ivy and all that is like definitely gone over it.
Oh. Alright, I've got a closer eye on it. A lot of overgrowth. One door. Don't know if it's locked.
All right. I'll position myself. You get near the door and give it a try open. If anything comes out, I'll have a good shot on it, and you can fucking whack it.
Okay. See what I can stir up. And he starts, creeping closer.
Give me a perception alertness as you're creeping. I'll keep your stealth successes for now.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I think it's like my flaw diff, so 2.
It's actually not. This is hearing based, so it's
4.
actually 4. Oh yeah, you hear something. Probably beyond the break room. Oh, you hear that weird clicking sound, that in the trees.
All right. So just past this break room, I can hear a pack. Can't tell how many, but they're trying to sound us out.
What's weird, Sean, is it's not sounding like, the way you can tell that, like, they sound above you, which is the creepy part.
Yeah, what that initially gets me, I was, what the fuck? And he looks up.
In that tree line, that's when you see about 4 or 5 of them. They haven't seen you, but you see them crawling along the branches.
They're in the trees right above me. 5.
5.
Red growth.
Shit. Don't move.
Oh, believe me, I'm not.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh, I don't like him in the trees like this. We gotta lure him out to that open patch if we're gonna have a chance.
All right.
One way or the other, I'm gonna have to get big for this.
Yeah. I'm sensing that. She's like, yep. Oh boy.
So, he kind of tries to feel out what's in his pockets at the moment.
Well, what would be in Sean's pockets? Because I'll give you this. It would have been what you could grab.
It's mostly like the most that he has is like survival shit for the journey.
Mm-hmm.
But
you definitely have a knife with you as well. Definitely.
Oh yeah, he has his trusty knife, though he might end up having to use his claws for this. It might be more effective, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, thank you, rock collection. I'm not saying like he's got like geodes and like the shit a rock collector would care about.
Yeah, no.
He's that guy who like picks up random pebbles.
Yeah,
and
that
shit.
fucking Shawshank Redemption shit where he just picks up rocks. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. If I huck this rock out into the field, it'll go for the noise. You start laying fire down on them, I'll hit them in the ass.
All right.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3, and he'll huck it out into the field.
Give me Dex Athletics. Let's see how well you do this.
2.
Yep, 2 is the threshold, so it lands lovely and neat, like whoo, doof, and then these things just and leap out of the tree and start galloping.
Okay. So like the plan overall is to while they're galloping at that particular, what they perceive to be prey or a threat or who knows, they're blind.
Yeah.
Sean will. I mean, I'll spend the point of rage to get up to Krynos and just from the other side, so
Yeah,
that
go
like at least he's not fighting them in the trees.
I will give you your stealth dice as an ambush because this is technically an ambush. You know, it's so I will give your stealth dice for that.
Sweet.
As you can hear Abigail like lay down like dum, 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 dum.
Okay. So you just want me to roll like a claw attack?
Roll claw attack with your stealth dice as additional dice, and then we'll get some initiative going in, so we have a nice flow.
Got it. Not
Whew.
bad. Do you want anything in the variety of damage?
I'm gonna say as well, because you're hitting them from the behind, you are at a -2 diff.
Okay.
Let me look at. Oh, yeah, no, you were. Yeah, you said you were specifically coming up behind them. Yeah, that's an ambush. -2 diff.
All right.
Take your stealth dice and there you go. Roll your damage because you hit
damage.
hit one of these motherfuckers. There's 6 of them, so 3.
All right. That's 8 rollover. So let's do this.
Do it to it, Sean.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks, Vicious.
Nice. 10 ag on the first hit. Fucking hell. So that will hit one of the gas boys. You could one-shot him. And you do! Yep. Boom! Come up right out of the tree, let out a big, huge fur, just pancake him against the tree, makes this awful fucking...
Ugh.
like splits in half from the fucking sheer force of the connection as well. So let's get some initiative thrown down. So yeah, we'll see if the kinfolk join. Why did I roll the? Oops, 3d1 and fine. Sean is going first.
Truckosaurus marches on.
I don't know if Katie is there to do the initiative thing, but since she's not, let me just give me 1 second. So Sean is 18. 18? Oh, 1. What am I doing? So it's 21.
Yeah. Sean decided to go with his claws because sometimes for more you have weird armor against like regular lethal.
That was a very good decision, Sean. Particularly that was a very, very good decision. I'm going to give you that in hindsight.
Sean only knows this because you've done it to him before.
Exactly. Sean's like, haha. I recognize this.
It's just this vision of Tarv. Just use your fucking hands, broya.
There we go. So Sean's up first. The weird kind of ape-like ones are galloping speed. You know, they've been one of them's being winged by the fucking rifle shot that Abigail did, but she's ascending to Krynos because fuck this. And the other one, the other two remaining kind of half-broken gas mask ones, they're whirling on you because you just smacked the ever-loving fuck out of their friend.
They killed Terry.
They killed Terry. Yeah, exactly. So, geez. Pretty much. So they are gunning at you. So it is your go.
All right. I'm going to drop 3 rage because I'm going to need it.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack somebody with my hands.
Do it to it. They're not going to parry your ass.
All right. 2.
All right. Yep. Roll them bones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whew. Whew. All right. You do 4 on 1.
Cool.
Soaks. Yep. Soaks. That was a pretty decent soak roll for him.
Yeah, it was a pretty good soak roll.
So yeah, you get a smack. You just don't get as much purchase as you did the last time. It's not as solid. but it is still enough to definitely leave a jagged scar across his chest. So the creepers, one. I'll just make a general roll for them. The unit. So, Sean, suck me 3 lethal because they hit Abigail and they hit you.
Okay.
Kind of as like a running. They run, strike, and disengage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Make a cursory roll for her.
Boar is just the fucking best ever because it's like I have 8 soaked dice in Kryna.
And yeah, Abigail's fine. So yeah, soaked. They kind of just fly in and then disengage. You know, kind of letting out screeches and kind of doing this kind of like we're going to circle and we're going to circle. And Abigail will roll her stamina empathy. Sean,
Yes.
you are at a -2 diff to hit these gas masks, fellas. As she does call for the hunt and spends 2 rage.
Sweet.
And what she does to disguise is she lets out this weird like yipping noise. Just kind of not sound as much like wolf-like, but if anything, sounds more like a hyena, if anything.
Meanwhile, on the Humvee.
The fuck
Jackal.
is that?
Jackal? Is it Jackal? Jackal?
Whoa. What? Like looking around like, huh?
This is the weirdest assignment we've ever had, really.
Why are the what? Jackal? What?
Just looks at the driver. What did you do?
Yeah. You are -2 diff to hit them on your next round, and the gas creepers come over, and well, they will roll their nice little weird attack that they do.
Ah, the thing that makes him the least favorite enemy in The Last of Us Part 2. That.
Yeah, that.
Like,
So they hit. I will let you. You can dodge if you like, Sean.
I'm gonna
He's
yeet
got.
I'm gonna yeet myself out of the way of this.
It's probably the wisest decision.
Eat.
My man, holy shit, Jesus! Oh yeah, Sean. It it kind of turns. One of them kind of does the big wail, and they both together just make this like gas just explodes out of their system, and you're dive behind a tree like barely missing it, like it burns the tree and everything. You're like, holy shit!
Yeah, he just looks at the tree like, that was nearly me.
So your first raid round.
Okay. Alright. Solid hit for 3.
Nice.
Actually, yeah, because I got to go after the gas creepers. I think it was the gas mass ones that were the -2.
Yes, they were.
But I'm going after this gas boy. That can't be allowed to persist.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Because
Sweet.
she get -2 diff on them.
Sweet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Beautiful. Jesus. He soaks 3 of that, and you had already hit him for 4. You did 9. Yeah, I mean, you run in and cleave downwards, and he just splits in half. Like, Viscera goes in all 5 directions as well, splattering the other one. The gas makes this weird bubbling hiss out of his belly. But it doesn't burn you. But it just still, oh, Jesus.
I mean, it hurts him inside.
Just hurts his feelings. Just, oh.
Why couldn't you just become a bloater, you fuck?
Fucking weird ass. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's like they just inserted you for enemy variety in a sequel.
Just Neil Druckmann appears from the woods.
You're not supposed to interpret the story this way.
You're meant to feel bad for these things, Sean.
That's
But
the
anyway.
DMC strike.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm so glad this scene's listed.
Welcome to this edition of The Salt of Us.
It's so... Okay, so Abigail will try and strike at one of these running things. She does.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So she will Yep, she dropped one. It kind of runs and she kind of takes a couple of steps back and in the Krynos thing with the machete just wails it down and catches it right at the neck.
Oh God. Yeah, she got David.
She kind of cracks her neck, you know what I mean? Like, and then looks around over at you and kind of just nods and tries to, don't anticipate the next one that's going to try and fucking dart in at her. So, Sean, second rage action because he thinks cannot spend rage. It's just they have a really lethal damage pool.
What's left?
2 of the jumpy ones and one of the gas mask boys.
Oh, I'm going after the gas guy. Just fuck that guy. I don't want to live through his next action. All right, so it's still 5.
Fuck. All right. Roll that damage.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 4 this time.
Soaked.
Oh, fuck. But that had to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah. You just catch it at the wrong perch. Just can't get fully connected with the swing.
Doesn't matter, though, because... unless Abigail's going again.
Abigail will.
This is the high rage boys road trip.
Rolled too many dice.
It's like Abigail suddenly playing D&D on a whole another level.
She will run over and sweep. So she flicks it over and kicks. The big Krynos leg just sticks out and this gas boy just collapses down onto the ground. It is your third rage round.
Didn't I use one of them dodging?
You did, but I'm
at the top of the round anyway.
Yeah. You go first, Sean. You go first.
Doesn't matter. I'll spend another 2 because I have no idea what the jumpy boys are going to do next. And actually 5, 2. I'll spend another 1 to conserve in case this drags out. But gas boy first during main action.
All right, sweet. You are at a -2 diff again.
It's
She
like
kicked it over for you.
3 is the basement, so let's see how this goes. It certainly went.
Yeah, go for it. Oh,
It's gonna die. I have vicious. It's going to die.
yeah, it's dead. Yeah, no, just fucking lift up your fucking big fucking heel and just boom. Do you know what I mean? It just even goes a couple of centimeters down into the earth. You hit it that fucking hard. With vicious,
Splat.
Jesus Christ, yeah, splat.
Yeah, vicious has like been just sailing me through this really.
So the jumpy boys, the jump squad, they rolled
Considering their position.
they rolled their fuck pool, which is
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes on you, Sean.
So I'm gonna try to use my rage action to get away from whatever
By
that's
all-
about to be.
By all means.
I don't get away from all but one of it. That was a terrible dodge
That
roll.
was such a terrible.
That was
dodge.
awful. Now we're gonna
Oh.
test my other pool.
So both of them combine together, not like joined together, but they come at different sides. And one hits into the top part of leaps on your back, and the other kind of hits into your leg. As they both grapple you at the same time, gripping onto you, kind of like pinning you, like trying to essentially wigging you down onto the ground so they can start gnawing at you, and they will apply their damage. This is not going to be a nice damage roll.
Sean screams.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lethal damage.
Okay. It could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had soak it all.
Yeah, never mind. You're good. It's what I imagine is you they jump and they bite and they scrape and they gnaw and they gnash. But Sean, you've been experienced in close quarter combat a lot in the Sept of the Red Branch, so you can manage to arch your body just enough that their teeth never get fully purchased. You just manage, and some of it is your natural guru, like hardiness, but you manage to just jerk your body in a kind of.
Sean's been knocked down during mass melee so many goddamn times. This
Exactly.
is his home now.
Exactly. So Abigail will drop to rage and swing.
Help me.
She will roll her Krynos strength plus her brawl. Yes. She wrestles one of them off you, kind of gripping up on it and kind of falling backwards. These things buck like a fucking demented fucking ape, just flying around the place. So she kind of wrestles one off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is your go because the gas creepers are dead.
Well, I used the one rage I spent to try to dodge horribly wrong.
All right. So
It's my go anyway.
Yeah, it's your go anyway. What you see in the distance is Abigail's dropping her rage. You can see her hacking that thing. It's not going down, but she's just like, oh, fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it clocked her as well. It seems to be an all-out brawl out between the two of them as this thing is on top of you trying to just fucking bash your fucking head in. But your go.
All right. So it's gonna be like, I'm guessing like my strength brawl versus his.
Yes.
All right.
Vicious will apply here. I'm going to give it to you.
1,
because this
2,
is
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By 1, Sean. By 1, you beat him.
Fucking sweet.
So it's a brutal struggle because this thing, for its size, it packs a wallop. It's probably because it's just so demented. It has no sense of self-preservation, so it goes at you 130%. But you break out, but you're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. I'm going to spend a rage so that I can do something mean to it this round.
All right. It's going to just try and do a regular stab at you. Abigail is clocking her one. I'll roll for that in a second, but we'll keep it between you and this. Its dex is not as good. It gets 2 successes to hit. Are you dodging or are you tanking?
No, I'm tanking. I want to take this thing out.
Lovely. So it's 11. Not the greatest damage roll for it, so it will be 4 lethal.
Or lethal.
Soaked.
I soaked it.
Yeah, same as before. You kind of it swings like a madman, but you just can't. It just can't get the purchase on you to actually.
Right.
Yeah, it feels hard. It hits hard though. I'll give you. You can give it that.
Yeah.
Time. It hits like a truck.
Right. Well, I too will do my best truck imitation as we come onto rage.
Yep, by all means.
All right. I wish I had a specialty for this.
I
but
really
don't.
wish you had a specialty. Jesus, that's such a good roll. All right, roll your damage. Whew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Beautiful. You do 4 to it. Yeah, you rake your claws across it, lets out the more demented yell as it kind of stumbles back.
It's me again at the top of the round.
Just Sean just starts. It's John Cena. Just starts swinging like that.
Great. All right, I'm gonna swing at it again. Just another round of just straight fuck this thing.
Fuck. Whew. All right, Sean, go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 goes through. Ding! You catch it again. Kind of stumbles back a bit. It's still hurt. It's it's bleeding heavily, but it comes at you, swinging mad. It gets 3. I'm assuming you're tanking.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't have a choice anymore. On my rage.
Only 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
We're good. Now I'm gonna hit it again. We just keep doing it until somebody dies.
Roll that damage.
Oh my fucking god.
That was a terrible damage.
That was awful. At least it wasn't like a soak roll. And soak that. Now it's gonna hit me back.
All right.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
So you can hear Abigail kind of stumble over, and what she will do is another stamina empathy. Gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rage, Sean.
I'll keep that in mind for my next
He kind of
round.
lifts up as she's like manages to kick this thing off into the tree, and she's like, "We fucking kill it!" You know what I mean?
Let's see how we do.
So, Sean, here it comes. You are now have just been. It is like you have just been ignited like a fucking like a
Yeah, all I have
gun.
to do is survive this thing's next attack.
Oh, so that's 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lethal. 1, 2, 3.
So 3 of it. So I take 4 lethal.
Gain another rage.
Get another rage.
Levels of rage.
So when it comes back to me, I'm going to spend a willpower to ignore wound penalties for the round.
Yep.
And then I'm going to blow through rage. Because under no circumstances would I want to keep that much rage on my person. All right. First attack. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3. So you 3, 3, 3. Yeah, Sean, you get him. He tries to jump at that leap, and that's the thing. It has no sense of self-preservation. So you just catch it under the hip, just boom, and just punch straight your clawed fist like straight through it.
Yeah, I'd say the other rage actions are just him tearing it to pieces.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sick of this thing.
Oh yeah, you can fucking spend. Yeah, I'll let you totally stay at 5 rage. Like you look up and Abigail's just like, oh. You know what I mean? There's like a nasty fucking gash on the side of her cheek. You know what I mean? This thing is like wrenching the fucking machete out of it.
Oh, I smell fucking awful.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking gross.
She'll glance around. You can see fucking Klaus is, running up, with the gun, you know what I mean? As you can tell, he probably fucking immediately preserved Emma and then was coming up to help you guys.
Yeah, Sean will go down to Glabro so his wounds can finish knitting, but he approaches to take a closer look at what's left of the gas mask ones.
Oh yeah, they have this weird bubbling, like, you know what I mean? It smells awful.
Check out this piece of gear.
Yeah, I see that.
These guys died fighting something.
I've been hearing that there's going to be one of these big things going around that, you know what I mean?
Huh.
Yeah, my dad said there was a couple reports of these big motherfuckers wandering around. Sean, you did hear something off in the distance, this big rumbling.
I got chased by a big one.
Yeah.
Dad's pack must have scared it off. I didn't see it.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like shakes his head a little bit like, eh.
We better move. Let's go make sure that place is clean. We could hold up around there.
Good idea.
Otherwise, if you gotta gesture around, someone eventually might have heard that.
Someone definitely heard that. You fired off 3 rounds.
I did.
Not that I'm complaining, but this is a fact of life.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you go get Emma. Klaus just nods and he hauls up Emma out of one of the bushes. And you head towards the break room.
Sean's not taking any chances. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna pull his knife and
come in there like the fucking commando. Just boom.
Yeah, just throws the door open as first through.
What you see is just more or less like this. It is kind of the way it is. Even the God Forgive Us is written on the walls. There's a lot of graffiti. You can see in the outside, it's just, oh yeah, this place has been ransacked. There's blood all over the walls. You know what I mean? Like wherever these things were, they got killed in here.
This was a safe house. Keyword being was as he sheathes his knife.
Yeah, Abigail comes in after. Yeah. She sniffs the air. Child of God can.
Huh. They must have been trying to monitor the area. Ran into something they couldn't deal with.
Yeah, looks like kinfolk, if anything.
Probably.
Yeah, gives that grim nod, like, yeah. All right. She kind of, once Emma and Klaus are in, she kind of wrenches the door closed, like, just, let's hold up in here for a bit. See if anything does come to track us. If not, we'll jump out. See that window back there? We'll jump out that and run down the laneway.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Sean, it's a tense hour. of waiting. You can search around and give me a perception investigation. See if you can find anything. I'm gonna keep it diff 6 because that, like, you've got some time, to kill, like an hour of waiting. Like, I'll only start applying your penalty if you're quick looking in this case.
Okay.
So you definitely confirm through the Nagayakin. They were used here to radio any contact with the upcoming events, and you can get up to the diary of they had spotted a Fomorian presence in the area. Very unusual. It seemed that there were packs of things, but also it looked like something was spreading them, like something was attacking people and creating them. Not out of like a spiral, but it looked like, if anything, like an infection. More had been seen around the central area due to the conflict.
Yeah, these were definitely Coggies. They figured out the big one was the reason they were spreading. Probably went to investigate, didn't come out again.
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it and make sure we don't end up like them.
Yeah.
All right, see if you can find anything that we can use that isn't wasted away.
If these guys were worth their salt, they would have kept things to treat wounds. Probably some food, maybe some ammo.
All right, give a look. I'll watch the window.
All right.
So, I'm going to roll for Shawnee Sean because it's been a fair amount of time. That's not helpful. That is so in between. Boom! Sean, you find a triage kit, pump action shotgun, and 4 cans of tinned peaches.
Jackpot.
Just glance over.
Trash kit, shotgun, and tinned fucking peaches.
No, examines the shotgun and does the check. It's got about 6 rounds of ammo as well. Pops them in and does the slow slide just to check it and just nods and hands it over to Klaus, and he just nods, hauls it over his shoulder. Well, I know what we're having for lunch then.
They always said I was supposed to eat more fruit anyway.
So you kind of sit down and have, they're nice. I'll put it like that. Tin food it's nice. Tin food does it. And you know what, Sean? It's peaches.
It's better than the pure diet of terror that has been the last 12 hours.
Exactly. So there's a quiet ambience for a bit, but then, as Emma's kind of sitting down, looking around, eating, she lifts her binoculars and looks out the window and she glances back. Sean?
Yo, what's up?
He's kind of pointing. You should see this.
He kind of creeps over like, okay.
She lifts up the binoculars, and kind of, she awkwardly adjusts them so you can kind of peer through one.
What am I looking at?
Further down, head down about 3 clicks east, and you're going to spot it just coming up along the road line.
All right, let's see. Oh, son of a bitch. He pulls down the binoculars and looks at Abigail. The asshole brigade's here.
We're coming right out now. Coming. She's like, oh, she stands up like, what?
In their fucking Humvee, no less.
There's probably a fucking path.
I would hope they have some limitations in this world, but they're here.
There's probably a path leading up that way. We're going to have to run through the trees.
Yeah, we are.
Just nodding, like, all right, everybody. Sean checks it to the back way. We don't want to go out that front. Pointing at the door.
Yeah, no shit. And he starts looking for a back exit.
Wits alertness.
That can be done. Five.
My man. Oh, yeah, you jump down one of the things looking around, and yeah, there's a back way. You open it up to peek out. Tree line, Sean. Beautiful, beautiful tree line.
Found it. Direct route to the trees.
Sean, he just looks at you like, Mama, you know that point? Oh. Oh, but you hear the music, Sean. It echoes.
He's gonna find this band's publisher just to boycott them.
You know, Maeve, I really hate this. He hears it like, no, not it. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck, if he ever hears this on the steps of the Red Branch, he will get a cricket bat, more likely, and take it to the boombox.
Jesus Christ, I love it.
But he has to survive this first. So he's just kind of like, as they're heading out to the tree line, I would hope.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
As they're headed for the tree line, all he can think is like, how do they put up with that song just like 24 hours a day? Why are they not insane? Like,
Will you stop playing the same song every time?
this is how somebody loses his alpha ship.
So this is what the path looks like leading out as well. It's probably a mountain path going up, going across. So you're kind of running along. By all means, you hear the thing up that path, you know what I mean? So you have some decisions, Sean. You can run straight ahead. You can take your chance going right down into the... Well, you can see what's down. You can either go down or you can go up.
Up has more difficulties for a vehicle.
It does?
At least like from the picture you showed me.
Yes.
This
Here
is
it
all
is.
about just depriving them of their mobility.
Yeah, exactly. So, final decision up.
Absolutely.
All right. That's that role that the beefcake is specialized for. Strength athletics.
I can't necessarily like viciously do this, but it's cool.
Just fucking lifting up rocks and just fire them over your shoulder.
Just take out one of their headlights. Like, no! And General Lee's like, no!
What are you doing? God dang it.
Solid 3.
All right. Oh, yeah. No, it's probably because you're scrambling. But, you get up there. Abigail is hauling up fucking Emma, and Klaus is right behind you. And he kind of glances around. We're not halfway up the hill yet. They might fire on us, but we should be okay. Jesus Christ, keep moving.
Yeah, of course.
So give me a perception alertness.
Yeah, this song is catchy though.
Oh, it's so catchy.
2, I think, because the 8s.
Yep. Oh, bang on. So the Humvee does like Klaus says it does. It pulls up and they see. Oh, they see you. But they kind of tilt their head. It's the motherfucker with the rifle. He kind of... He does that slow aim. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
So what do you do, Sean? Because he looks like he's about to take a shot. What do you do? I'm not sure who he's going to go for, but...
Sean's not a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. But Sean doesn't need to be a good shot to put enough bullets in a general direction to make him think twice about that. And he has a 9mm with a full magazine.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just a... Just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Give me intelligence firearms.
So intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my intelligence score. I don't think it's the best one. Oh
Actually, no. This would be more wits, if anything, because it's on thinking on your feet.
Thank God.
Now that I think about it.
All right. So this goes at diff 7.
Oh yeah, diff 7. Yeah. Whoa!
Fuck yes.
All right, you put him up. You put him up to diff 8 on the shot when he does decide to take a shot due to your cover fire.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna expend that whole magazine, which is like gold in a situation like this, but it's worth it.
Boom, 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 boom. I imagine you're starting to pull back as well as you're doing it.
Yeah, he would like to be in the direction of away. he didn't need precision. He just needed them to be in the ballpark.
Exactly. Like Klaus starts moving very fucking quickly, like getting in cover behind a tree. Abigail is moving along pretty fast, hauling Emma up over her shoulder and just starting to like spend the rage to start hauling ass up towards you guys.
Yeah.
He's about to turn away. So he's gonna try, but he is at a difficulty 8 thanks to Sean.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave him to his own fucking devices.
Oh, fucking, it is a clever move. So he only gets the base damage on his little thing. So Sean, take 3 lethal.
All right.
Soak it if you need. Yeah, soak it naturally.
Thanks, Glabro. Okay, so normally it'd be that much, so soaked.
Yeah, he clips your shoulder. Not enough to dupe any purchase or any lingering damage. Your shoulder still works fine. But, fuck, he's a good shot.
Yeah, the skin's gonna break. It's a bullet, but like...
Yeah. Like, sings this part of your shoulder as you're still firing, but as you're stepping back, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, next move. You got to, the van kind of moves up a bit. It's not trying to climb up after you. No, it's giving him purchase as well. One of these big motherfuckers. Well, you know what's on the top of that thing. He kind of lugs it up and this guy there with the sniper rifle looks more irritated because, I was enjoying that.
This was cool before it wasn't.
And then this big motherfucker lifts up that big gun and you hear him, fucking hide from this motherfucker. Just, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, they go for it. So, Sean, give me stamina athletics. Okay. I imagine you're pulling Klaus down. Down.
Yeah, there's no running from that. He's only running when he inevitably runs out of ammo because I guarantee he feels like a dude who just kind of gets drunk on full auto.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
Sean, this man breathes full auto. Oh my god.
All right. So it's actually stamina athletics?
Stamina athletics.
A lot of dice. All right. So it's 2 would be 7, then plus 4. Okay, cool. 4.
4, beautiful. Yeah. You're running, and you hear the wind up as you dive forward, kind of catch Klaus as you both roll, but you see Abigail do the same as she kind of just rolls over, kind of rolling down the hill with Emma. But those trees come apart. You know what I mean? Shrapnel everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can even hear him like, whoa! You know what I mean? Like losing his shit in the background.
Oh my god. At this rate, they're just going to run out of bullets.
It's just a fucking... Like, you can even hear the fight. Like, Sean, this is insane because you're having to crawl over towards Abigail and Emma and just bullets flying fucking everywhere. Plants and trees and everything. Just
fucking driver shaking his head because he knows they're going to run out real soon.
Yeah, the driver's just like... The sniper fella's like, man...
We've talked about this.
Eventually, Sean, after a solid frenzy of a minute, do you know what I mean? There's this like stunned silence. You know what I mean? Trees kind of do that shaky wobble. And you hear, "What the fuck are you doing, eh?" Do you know what I mean?
Oh no! Like Dr. Frankenstein before me, my own children have come after me.
He says, "What the fuck are you doing, eh?" You just thunk on the back of your head. Well, not on the back of your head, but do you know what I mean? You can almost metaphorically feel it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, you said you just hear this absolute yodel of an accent, you know what I mean? Just berate this motherfucker for, do you know what I mean?
He just looks at Abigail like, are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, Abigail kind of lifts her head up, covered in like bits of wood, like dust, you know what I mean? Oh, we gotta fucking run, man.
Let's fucking go while they're fighting each other.
You hear that's the last time I fucking did you. Oh, fucking reload the gun. Here, you try see if you can go around. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god! 4 bone gnarr boys and 1 trig boss.
1 trig boss's boy just driving along. But you hear the rev up, just trying to wrangle these fucking psychopaths.
It sounds like he's hurting cats. Like.
You just hear that. I don't understand. You told me to shoot. I said shoot, not destroy forest. You know what I mean? The engine just revs up. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna leave them to their own devices.
But they are driving along, like, catch them at the underway, and vroom, heads off. You three are running pretty fucking intensely. I'm not gonna lie, because after that, holy shit.
Yeah.
I will say this, Sean, you do notice Klaus is limping. Like, he's not limping badly, but that's a limp.
Yeah, we'll have to take care of that when we can.
Yeah, there's like, how long are you sprinting for, Sean?
Probably enough to get like a good lead on them. I'm not sure how to measure that in time.
Well, we'll do an with survival.
Okay.
I feel like that's the best way we can do this.
Three.
All right. You reckon if they're trying to cut you off, if you keep running into the direction again, they will. So best what you could do now is stop and double back, because they're already driven off way down the way. They're like trying to cut you off essentially. So maybe now the time is to stop and double back and head away from that direction they are planning to cut you off.
Yeah, there was a different path that they made unavailable to us before, practically speaking.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is what Sean will do.
Yeah, you can see Abigail kind of slow up. She's like, "What's the problem?"
They'll get there before we do if we keep going this way. We gotta double back.
All right.
They're already committed in that direction.
Yeah, I can see they're committed to a lot of fucking things.
Fucking. All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah, Emma just nods like, yeah. Klaus is like, yeah, right behind you, right? Just wincing as he like hauls his leg like, shit.
Give me your fucking arm.
Yeah. Fucker, wing my fucking leg.
Come on, we'll take care of you when we can stop.
Yeah, Abigail looks pretty beat up. Like, you all look pretty beat up to shit, but you get back to the point of the road. And there is the passageway down, which is heading towards the river.
Yes, we will do this now.
So, after an awkward way down, because you can imagine with some of the wounds you guys are spawning, that way down, that was awkward and painful.
Yeah, I mean, Sean's probably the most physically okay out of everybody, but he's also carrying Klaus.
Yeah, it's Sean. That you never want to do that again. You get down fine. You just never want to do that again.
Yeah.
But you end up in what sounds like this. You kind of come out the tree line at a river crossing.
All right, I got to figure out if we can ford this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean will test it out to see how bad the water gets.
About knee deep.
They can ford this.
Yeah, it's just you got to trudge your way through, essentially.
All right. Abigail, we're going to have to help the Kim, but we can make it.
Yeah, all right, go for it.
All right, come on, big guy.
Yep, I'm right here.
Yeah, he'll get him across the river.
So give me an alertness check, Sean.
Perception alertness, I imagine.
Yes, this will be hearing based.
Right. Nothing. Sadly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll to see does Klaus spot it for you. We had a higher diff, but he's got a decent dice for this. Wow. And he as you're trudging through, you're about the halfway point. Klaus is right, dive.
He does it. He's learned to trust Klaus.
So you dive under the water. Abigail like fucking drops too instinctively. Oh, Sean, you hear it sounds really creepy under the water. Coming over one of the... It sounds further away. Not like right above you. But it sounds like there's probably like a bridge crossing that kind of driven over. And you hear, can you see anything? Nah, man. Where the fuck did they go? So, Sean, give me stamina, athletics. Okay. I'm going to put this at diff 6 because you have a totem like bow, which gives you extra stamina.
Oh my god.
So take you. I imagine you're not going to try and surface. You can
No.
spend a willpower not to surface, but that will mean you
All
will
right.
take 3 lethal from the severity of water in your lungs, essentially.
Yeah.
But because you're a Gru, you can manage it, but it's going to hurt your body.
You can do that for a
So-
long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that the time you can hold under there, you're going to just take 3 lethal. That'll be 3
Okay.
levels worth of lethal of damage.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Sean, it's a hot minute, but they eventually pull away. Klaus, meanwhile, has managed to keep his breath. Abigail you can see Abigail she's basically crouched Emma into her, essentially. You, however, you're struggling, but you kind of just forge your way through it. But when you surface bad, you are gasping. Yeah. Yeah, Klaus just eases you up onto the bank, like, come on, roll over to yourself. Like, ugh. He's eventually slapping your back so you cough up more additional lungs and water out of your lungs, essentially. Like a lot of water comes out of your lungs, Sean.
I think I swallowed a frog.
Yeah, you're fucking lucky, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm about 50% more into you right now.
He just gives this most weary, oh, that's nice. You know what I mean? That type of nod, I don't really know how to respond to that.
Sean's just being sad and waterlogged right now.
Yeah, and Abigail kind of pops up like a depressed ferret. Ah. Ah. You good?
I will be.
Oh, that's great. I mean, you good, honey? Yeah. All right, Sean. I reckon we make camp just along there. It's getting near dark anyway. Jesus.
Great. That sounds great. I like that.
All right, we'll cut a fire once we know it's pretty safe.
Uh-huh.
He's
He's just struggling up to his knee.
Oh yeah, you move. Eventually, you get further in, right down at the end of the picture where those logs are. Actually, you get down to there, and kind of use the inlet of the trees to kind of sit in and dry yourselves off. But it's uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he has to wring out his hair.
And Abigail kind of sits down on one of the logs, as beside Emma, who's just kind of rubbing at her face. Klaus, meanwhile, has gotten a bandage. She slapped a guy's breath on him just to be safe, because he's a king. She doesn't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
He can't heal lethal like you guys can.
I mean, moreover, we're going to be traveling overland, roughing it for God knows how long.
Exactly.
Infection's a bigger problem.
Yeah, so she just doesn't take the risk and just stops that lethal straight on, off him.
Yeah.
But you're all kind of sitting there, and Abigail kind of sits down beside you. Oh, you're a big guy.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I technically had lunch.
That's good. I think Klaus is going to try and see if he can find anything for us to eat.
He truly is the hero we need right now.
Well, he said we need a break after all the shit we did to keep him alive, so.
That is unfailingly polite.
He's a silver fry. Smirking. Oh, that was some good moves, Sean.
Oh, thank you. It's good to know I learned some practical things with the Second Rebellion.
Hey, everybody gotta learn sometime.
Yeah, he kind of looks at the gun. Yeah, that's all the 9mm I had.
Reaches into her waterlogged sad bag, kind of wet, does a little awkward shake, takes out a clip. That should do you.
Thank you. She
Yes.
ejects the empty one.
You only got one left after that.
Oh, keep that in mind. I was just trying to keep him from getting his concentration down.
Like I said, it was a good move.
And guess it's not bad for the first time firing a gun ever.
I mean, it could have been a lot worse. It could have just flew off and ran in a different direction.
Yeah, there's that.
They're really here to fucking kill us.
Of course they are. We're the enemy, supposedly.
Supposedly. How are you managing?
Besides, you mean aside from nearly drowning?
Yeah.
I'm all right. Boar's got me.
No, nothing.
What about you?
Winter Wolf.
I would say we are well equipped for this journey.
Yeah.
Fucking miss my horse.
I miss mine too.
Probably better than not here, though.
I wouldn't like it. Temperamental thing. Kicked me every time I got up on her for the first couple of years.
You too, huh?
Oh, she's a big old bigoted bitch. Stubborn motherfucker. But she's mine. You feel me?
I understand completely.
Glad somebody finally does. The rest of you should just laugh at me.
I never knew why he was so particular, but this girl ended up under our wing. Came from a horse trader family. Said the entire time people had just been using the wrong brush.
Yeah, I noticed that. Very particular, these horses, aren't they?
Well, they all got their habits and personalities.
Nothing. Just tell me about your pack.
When last I left them, weren't as many of us left as what started.
No, it's understandable.
Galliard got lost during a raid. She faced harm's way head on. Just paid the price for it is all.
It's a good death.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah.
She the month before lost something like half her face trying to save a kinfolk.
Shit.
And still recovering. So she accomplished a mission in that regard.
Sometimes that's
Last time though.
Sometimes that's all you got to do.
Yeah, last time though she was trying to protect her Thayers. Little Maeve MacFionn.
MacFionn, really?
Sixth in line and everything.
Shit. Are you a royal bodyguard or something?
Nah, we packed up when we both got to Ireland. She's from New York State too.
Shit, MacFionn in New York State.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder you guys are staying fucking neutral.
Magnus was the one to make that call.
No. I mean, it makes sense that they would want to make sure that no MacFionn was affiliated with what's going on.
Yeah. The other guy, my ragged bash. Seamus O'Callahan. Yeah, more impetuous than I am.
That's ragged bash for you.
Does crazy shit all the time.
That's also ragged bash.
This girl's nice people. She can out stealth him.
Really?
She has made her way into camps and just shit like that. I mean, I don't think he could. Done a lot for us.
She sounds like a good kinfolk.
I think so too.
I want to hold on to people like that. You know, have them come around every once in a while.
I gave him the nudge a couple times. Finally, just marry her, but people are young.
People are stupid as well.
Yeah. You got anybody waiting for you back home?
No. Never really committed to that much with the whole traveling thing and the lifestyle, really. That gives a shrug. Flings and all that, but never really could get comfortable with sitting down knowing that at any moment I will be coming back. Seems unfair to put that on somebody. I know I gotta, with the whole breeding next gen and all that. But I'll do it when I can afford to do it.
Makes sense.
What about you?
No, not really.
Just gives a nod.
And there's somebody I see, and he's a nice guy and all, but I know I'm not the only one. He doesn't give it away. It doesn't make me feel like that. I just know it.
Just got raised an eyebrow, like, oh, just, huh.
Nearly got his head blew off. There's no time for the closet.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you and him are happy. In your weird, we're totally not fuck boys.
I try to be focused too much on the job. It gets you.
I do. How many people you lost?
Total. Fuck, I don't know that number, but my pack,
And your pack, like.
proper pack, 1. There was another who was trying to join up with us, who was probably on her way out.
Nothing.
Did a lot of stupid shit too fast.
Yeah, sometimes they do that.
Way Maeve is, I'm sure I'm gonna come back and find like 2 or 3 people just raring to join up with her, saying this one, that one.
Oh, shit, Mac Fionn, people are going to gravitate to that.
She's patient. Maybe a little too nice, honestly.
Ain't a bad quality.
It's not. I don't try to discourage it. Just don't want nobody taking advantage of it.
People are going to take advantage either way. It's just got to be up to her whether she lets them.
Yeah, you get a point.
So, if I anything, teach her how to recognize what they're going to do. And just learn how to still keep her what she wants to keep her around them.
Shot nods, because, like, sounds like good advice.
Just give them a pat on the shoulder. Can't wrap them in bubble forever.
No, I don't suppose I can.
Yeah.
Fuck. We're not even out in New York State.
I'm getting there. By the looks of things, we'll be approaching Albany pretty soon. Probably sometime around noon tomorrow.
That's good.
It's a halfway point where we need to be.
I've never been to Vermont before.
I heard it's nice.
But they got cheese.
Yeah, I heard that too. It's gonna be really weird though. Sentinels out that way. So they smugglers, if they're gonna do it, they'll probably take us around it. Because I heard Whitewater's up by Niagara, right on the border of Buffalo.
Hmm.
I always wanted to see that.
Ain't there a shit ton of Wendigo around there?
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about that.
Hopefully they won't chase us in a fucking truck.
No. Whitewater's Fianna and Octana.
You know, way I see it, every time older brother's skulking around, younger brother's got a fucking hatchet right behind him.
Apparently there's a Wendigo set near there, wild geese. But
Yeah.
yeah, but they keep themselves to themselves, from what I'm saying.
That's good at least.
If we're going the long route, we're gonna go around them. We'll take the long road around Aganahi and just go straight towards it. That's a big national forest, so we have a lot of ground, but better than running past the Wendigo, eh?
And if these yahoos have their heads screwed on straight, they'll get a little fucking wary parking up some Seps territory they don't have a foothold in.
Oh, I know. We just gotta be real careful out by Albany. Real careful.
Be the logical cutoff point unless they decide to get stupid.
Yeah. When we get near there, I'll put out my feelers for that Shadow Lord guy. I've known Diego a while. If he is going to try to fuck us over, he won't do it directly. He'll give me some sort of warning for us to book it. He's good like that.
Courtesy of the reach around is always appreciated.
He's a bigger room. He owes me a favor. I rolled with him a couple of times when his people down there out of the way.
Okay.
Vance is over. Yeah. His people coming up from Florida. Big import business.
Yeah, I was going to ask what they could possibly want coming this far north.
People trade a lot of weapons.
Especially now.
Yeah, of what I hear, some of them, they do business with certain types of silver fangs for the right type of money.
Ugh.
Shadow Lords, man. Play both sides, make the profit. I ain't gonna judge him for making sure that, look, if they can help us get those kin out, I ain't gonna judge him. And Diego's enough of a man that he's in a room. He doesn't waste time. If he says he can help us out, he can. If he can't, he can't.
Okay.
He might tell us to turn around and go around the long way, so we'll see. We'll see what we can find out. I ain't gonna jump on the whole thing.
We'll see what we see when we get there.
Nods. She just lets out a breath, kind of just rubbing on her face, like looking over at some of the water, just.
Yeah, I'd like not to swim under that again.
Yeah, I thought you were dead.
Me too. But I didn't want to give Klaus away, so.
Yeah, no, I get it. Big old stub in a room, can't catch his breath.
Starting to get worried about him because if I was having trouble, but no.
You seem to do a lot of thanking.
I do.
I mean, you try to give off the appearance that you don't, which is more amusing to watch, really.
I don't know. I just don't like giving away the whole game.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just amusing, is all.
Trust me, I have frustrated some Adrians in my sept when I give the mathematician's answer.
I can imagine so. I imagine it would be very frustrating seeing that constantly. Sparking.
Well, as it turns out, my penchant for extreme violence makes it very forgivable.
I mean, as it should. You're in a room. A fucking theater.
Yeah. 1 second. It's like, you need to give more tactical answers. You need to think farther ahead. And then it's like, oh, you snapped that guy's neck. Sweet.
People are funny like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna do no thing. I grew up around a lot of ruins. They're quiet, cagey motherfuckers, so he gives a shrug.
He kind of looks up because Klaus has been gone for a minute.
Oh yeah, you can see him finally coming back. You know what I mean, with the piece of meat over his shoulder, like it looks like a rabbit.
Ah.
Yeah, I caught the little fucker.
Good job.
Yeah, ease down. Starts making the basic semblance of a fire, essentially. Emma just kind of sits at the other side of the log across from you guys, just hands clasped together, just staring at him. Gut this thing and fucking do all the things he needs to do.
Clef,
Yeah.
don't go too fast. She should learn.
All right. Glances over, like he scooches over a bit. All right, Emma. This is how are we doing? All right, you just nice and easy. And she's like, "Yeah, nice and easy.
Yeah, it's great.
Great." Abigail kind of smirks just a tiny bit. Don't worry, honey. You get used to it. Just, I usually sing when I'm skinning something.
Sean just holds back the.
I was like, "You sing? Oh yeah, I sing."
Yeah, Sean just quickly, just immediately looks away, sing, huh?
I was just like, most people don't sing. He kind of leans in just quietly. Sean hears it. Most people don't sing. Don't worry. Fenrir are odd like that. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Just concentrate on the task. She's like, great. That's what my dad told me. Sing the blues away.
Father sings a lot, yeah.
He's a galleon. Of course he
Fair
does.
enough.
I mean, he sings a lot about anything and everything. Sometimes he sings about being sad. Sometimes he sings about, well, how he ended up getting thrown out of the house again. Gives a spark over.
Take your mom doesn't mess around.
Nah, it's with my older sister for a long time. We used to throw him out. Burning. She's the only one who had the gumption to say it. So, I think he used to play along with it, be like, all right, I'm going, and then would knock at the door politely. That'd be asked to let back in. We used to have a hard time with it. It was just me, him, and her for a long time. Mom died giving birth.
Oh, shit.
That ain't no thing. Guy gives him a look like, ain't no thing.
Yeah. Could have
I
been
heard-
20 years on, and Sean would still be a sad Fiona about it.
She gives him a pat. Ain't no thing, man. I heard she was really nice, and I've seen pictures of her and all that, so he gives a shrug.
Okay.
Sister died last year. Maroon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the life, man.
Yeah, you never really know.
Yeah, she had to hold the line. Held it.
It happens in a blink sometimes.
Oh, it does. I mean, after that, I decided to travel for a while, Enjoy it.
Yeah. After we lost War Bastard, that pretty much cemented to me if something like this would have happened, I had to come out here, make sure things were okay.
Yeah, death changes you like that.
He was a good guy. We were
Nothing.
we were storming a wall, and they had these fucking balefire launchers, and some guys were too slow getting up the wall, and he kicked them loose. I mean, they fell, but didn't die. But that meant that he was exposed, and so 1 second he was there.
Yeah. And there's nods like, ooh, probably died on the impact.
I hope so.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you like to tell yourself. Yeah, Avery, we had to hold a choke point. Me, Diego, Avery, and a couple of us. and they were swarming every direction, and we had to pull back, and our dad radioed in, and we all hooked up, with the links and shit.
Yeah.
Me, Diego, were cut off. Avery and our father docs were at the main choke point. My dad radioed in saying someone got to hold that choke point or they're going to flood in, and she said, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking lost my under similar circumstances. Oh, we were clearing a house. It was bad shit. The kind of thing where the party already happened. We're just showing up to do mop up. Felt bad for the guy whose family owned it. The story kind of told itself, but what we didn't count on was these fucking bone sentinels that the rebels like to use. They'll turn everybody into one thing. And the last time we ran into one of these, it took 2 fully armed packs to take it down. We still nearly lost some people doing that. And now there were just some of us poking around, and we woke it up. So my guys started to get away. Whole house was a fucking trap. People fighting their way out of the basement. People fighting their way down the hall. Getting swarmed, and this fucking thing isn't helping. I was left at the house starting to collapse. I just thought, I got to get my guys out. I had to hold the hall. So I got big and I grabbed it and determined that one way or the other things were going to end with my hands around its throat. So down we went. And 3 fucking stories collapsed atop us. I don't know how I crawled out. I just know I could only see half as much and my head hurt a lot. Matthias told me that there was a chunk of something expensive looking sticking out of what used to be my eye. And that all I really did was walk out of the rubble, spit at it, and pass out. It's the last thing I remember.
That's a hell of a story.
Woke up in the garden later. They patched me up and cleaned everything up. Then they took me eye patch shopping.
Oh, that's nice.
It was nice.
Got any tattoos?
More than a few. He pulls one of his long braids aside. There's stubs, so I figured I'd get these here. And I got a lot of these more traditional looking ones up and down my arms after the second time we took a castle. And it's like, you remember the picture I was using before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a lot of those kind of I don't know what types of tattoos like the ancient Celts or designs they would have favored, but it's probably somebody's best guess.
Oh yeah, it's all that nut work and shit. Yeah, look, she's like, whoo, nice. Yeah, she holds up her arm, which is like a mix of raven and wolves' heads, just locking with each other.
Ooh.
That was the old pack I used to roll with. Shadow Lords and Fenrir.
Oh.
We decided to get one for Crow, who one of the guys was big into. Had all that heritage shit to it, And for Winterwolf.
You guy have a lot of those bird mannerisms?
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
Odd little fucker.
We got a guy in there. If I want him to listen to me, I got to make sure nothing shiny's in the area. He can get difficult. I think the only one the more like that than him is there's a metis they call Gwyer. She just looks like a bird.
Oh, that's freaky.
She's always in trees and shit. She's creepy as fuck.
That's usually
And Maeve deals with her more than I do. I want nothing to do with that clucking madness.
Give it a chuckle. I see you, Fiona, are still all that big about hating those manners.
I mean, like, it's not hatred. It's just my skin starts crawling. Maeve told me once that, like, she was just minding her own fucking business, and this thing crept its head out of the tree when she wasn't looking and, like, pecked a bug out of her hair.
Here, Klaus, that's fucking horrible. He, like, skewers the meat onto the fire, you know what I mean?
Well, there are some good ones. There are one good one that I can think of at all. And the rest are children of sin.
Like, Emma's just like, oh, there's just one. You know what I mean? Children, yeah, no, well, we didn't really see much menace, but I'll take your word for it when we get there. I'll hide behind you.
Oh, by the time they become Gru, they've learned, like, some discipline. I'd be more worried about the ones that haven't, quote-unquote, changed yet.
Huh.
You ever try to wrangle something that has all the rage of a Krynos Gru and no discipline or coherent thought?
Yeah, that sounds like my Uncle Jerry.
Sean finally breaks. Like,
Just chuckling.
oh, but no. If I were to make an exception for anyone menace on this earth, it would be Tarv.
Why is that?
Tarv spends every single day of his life training properly born Guru. To ascend in rank, you have to do but so well against him in a one-on-one fight. Does this every single fucking day of his life.
Well, that is dedication. I'll give him that. Holy shit.
Every time things get serious, I mean really serious when it comes to the defense of the Sept, Tarv is there. When our king got attacked, Tarv showed up. No backup, no expectation of help. Just he by himself went in there. Hell, if it weren't for the member of my pack, he probably would have died holding the line.
Damn.
It's dedication. Also help that he's honest. The other one, little goat one, he's a thieving fuck.
I guess he's a ragabag.
He's very good at not being caught. He's also very good at stealing things. He has a weird penchant for chickens.
It also sounds like my cousin Stevie. Grinning over. I grew up in Hillbilly Country, Sean. We all got all sorts of weird folks, not just metas.
Jeez. Tell me he doesn't eat them whole.
You know, I never thought to find that. I didn't want to find out. I just heard freaky things going on and decided, no, it is better I go inside.
I saw him do it.
Oh.
Bones, everything.
You hear, Emma? Was it, what? I take it was traumatic?
I mean, it was dramatic. I was impressed in a way. But he ate the bones.
Oh. Just Klaus is like, so rabbit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That magic line where Gru just talking about shit that's normal and funny to them, and kinfolk are like, what is wrong with you?
She's like, so rabbit guys, here. Passes out
Yay!
pieces. Hey, Jesus Christ.
Where Sean like is so wrapped up in this, like it probably gets to the point in the story time. It's like, so then he goes, I am the Alphabetus, and straight up lifts him over his head and over his knee. And we just watched, and he saw us and went, I'm sorry for the display, Rias, and immediately drops down.
Wow. Emma's like, yeah, wow. Well, Klaus is just like, man, this food. He just
This man is terrifying, really, if you think too much about his life.
Meanwhile, Abigail's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Woo!
was gonna get another tattoo, but unfortunately, or fortunately, however I think about it, I invested the money otherwise. Managed to get my hands on a full bottle of VAT 69 whiskey.
Oh shit!
We make it to Ireland that is waiting for us. You're all welcome.
I'll keep that in mind. All right, ease up. I'll take first watch.
All right.
You can go get some sleep now, big man.
I intend. Doesn't even finish. I intend to. Just passes out.
And so, day one of Sean's wild adventures in the Shaun of Us, will come to an end.